What's up, family? Hopefully we are here. Hopefully y'all can come in. Hopefully y'all can join me really quickly. I got a quick message for y'all, and that message is to be light. Be light. All right. So I just left a funeral service of a good friend of the family, my older brother's very best friend. Just left his service, and the love, the love that he was receiving, and everything that everybody had to say, what they had to say about him was that I'm inspired. I'm really truly inspired. I just again so just left a service of a very close friend of the family, and um I just want to share a message with y'all really quickly. So when you come on, just like the video, share the video, do all of that good stuff. Say what's up when you come in really quickly. Can't even make it up. Like y'all, if I could tell you, you got to weight. I'm talking about to be light and energetic weight, and you also have to be light as far as your frequency goes, as far as how bright you are shining. You have to be light. Okay. So, what's up? What's up? Let me see who's in here. What's up, Iman? Love you. What's up, Burrito? What's up, Showstopper? I love y'all. Make sure y'all like and share this video because I want y'all to know this such an important thing that is so important. First of all, let me say this. You need to make sure that your family is understandings go. Because Shermo was a Rastafarian. Shermo was a Rastafarian, and the pastor up in there talking about, Shermo this and Shermo that, and he, gave his life over to the Lord, which may be true. At some point in time, he probably did give his life over to the Lord. But Sherma was on something else. Sherma was on something else. So, you as a spiritual being, it's okay to be clear with your family about what your desires are as far as, when that day and time comes for you. You need to make sure that if your children are old enough, you need to make sure that they know. You need to make sure that the people closest to you know and understand what your desires are. All right. And what you're really standing for. Because if you don't, if it's not clear, you know, and you make that transition, they're gonna be up in there talking about Jesus Christ. That's just what it is, right? They're gonna be saying all of these things that may not be true to the way you are living your life currently. I found that kind of funny. I found that kind of humorous as I was sitting in there, as I was sitting in Shermo's service just now, right? So when I'm talking about be light, there's so much that I have to tell y'all right now. So when I left Shermo's service, I called my best friend Mimi. Now my best friend Mimi lost her brother. She lost her older brother back in November. And that was a hard loss for her, her older brother. And I want to say a month and a half or so after he made the transition, he came to me in a dream. He came to me in a dream, and it was him and my best friend Mimi, my other best friend Eva. They're both cousins, and he came to me in a dream, and he basically told me to tell them to be happy. He told me to tell them to keep going. He told me to tell them that he's at peace. He came to me in a dream. He told me to tell them that. I shot the message. I text my best friends immediately because I don't want to forget. I text them at like probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, like, "Hey, Dedrick just came through in the dream. Dedrick just came through in the dream. He wants me to let y'all know that he's good, he's happy, he's at peace." So I let them know that. And when I let them know that, one of my best friends sent me thank you, and then Mimi, the one that I talked to today, she just texts back okay. Well, no, she said okay, thank you, right? So when she did that, I was like, well, at least I did my part. I don't know if she received it well. I don't know if it was hard for her to take in, but I did my part, right? I let her know what her brother came to me to tell her. So today when I left Shermo's service, I was pulled to call Mimi because I had called Mimi a couple of times back and she didn't answer the phone. And I'm like, well, she living her life. It's all good. I'll talk to her when I talk to her. So I called her today and she picked up the phone as I'm driving home. And and we're just talking and we're having a good conversation and we're just shooting the shit, you know what I mean? And then she brings it up. She said, "You had a dream about my brother, right? Tell me what happened." And so I tell her exactly what happens with her brother. I tell her exactly the message that he gave me to give her. And she said, "D, that's so crazy because a month after he died, I had that same dream." She said, "Yeah, my brother came to me. He gave me a hug. I was just crying, crying, crying. He told me to be happy. He told me to keep doing what I'm doing. And he told me he was at peace." And she said, and I hadn't shared that with anybody because I just didn't know if people were going to be able to receive that. So when you text me it, that was the confirmation that this shit is real. Now, mind you, my friend Mimi, she is she's one of those people that's kind of like in between. She doesn't really go to church, but her upbringing is to believe in Jesus Christ as her Lord and Savior. Excuse me. I'm burping and I haven't even eaten anything today, really. That spirit, right? So she tells me that she had the same dream and it's confirmation. And I told her, I said, and this is what I want y'all to take away with you. This is what I want you to take away with you that I just told her. I said, Mimi, the reason why your brother was able to come to you is because you are light. Mimi is the type of person that she's not going to hold on to low vibrational emotions. She's going to do her best to make sure that she's thinking positive. She's going to do her best to make sure that she is always moving forward. Mimi is such a person that is like she's just strong. She's just a strong woman. She's just solid. She's just she is just a good ass person. Like that's just her. So I told her, I said, Mimi, the reason why your brother was able to come to you is because you are light. And I said, you're light into, I said, this is how it works. This is what I want y'all to get. For those of you who say you struggle with being able to connect with your ancestors, this is what I want you to get. You have to be light. Meaning your internal light that you are, the solar plexus, the heart chakra. We really shine from the solar plexus. The solar plexus is really your space, your seat of light. Hence solar meaning sun. And what does the sun do? It shines on us, right? The sun gives us light. This is how we exist. So I told her the reason why your brother was able to come to you is because you are light. Your light is shining. How do you know if your light is shining or not? Your light shines based off of a few things. What type of thoughts are you keeping? If you are constantly thinking low vibrational thoughts and your emotions are out of order, or you're feeling depressed and you don't feel like you are in control, you don't feel like you have power, your light is not shining bright. And therefore, spirits, ancestors cannot see you. Like y'all think that your grandma or whoever has made the transition is not showing up just because whatever, you can't see them. No, they can't see you. And that's why you're not able to make that connection with your ancestors, because you are maintaining certain thoughts, certain emotions that make you heavy, that make you dark, right? Spirits and ancestors see light. And so Mimi, my other best friend Eva, who lost her older cousin, Mimi's brother, she's more emotional. She's the one that can't really, she's working on taking control over her thoughts, taking control over her mind. She's working on these things, right? Mimi, on the other hand, even when he made the transition, her primary thought was, this is going to be hard, but I know I'm going to be okay. I know I'm going to be good. I know everything's going to work out. This is a challenge for me, but I'm good. Then on the opposite side, Eva and probably other people in the family, they're just feeling at a loss. They're like, oh, why me? I don't know how to deal with this. I done lost a family member. That's the energy that they're coming with, and therefore their light is not shining bright enough for their ancestor to come to them and give them that peace and reassurance that they are still with them. Okay? So when I'm talking to Mimi on the phone just now, she's like, oh, girl, after my brother came to me in that dream, I've been kicking it and pushing. She was like, it's still challenging. It's still different. It's still something that I have to work through, but I've been able to push forward because her brother came to her, gave her a hug, and said, I'm always with you. I want you to be happy. I want you to keep moving. Right? So that's one thing on the ancestral tip. The second thing when it comes to being light, when you are not being light, you cannot manifest, family. This damn seat warmer thing is on, burning my back up. I'm over here hot. When you are not light, meaning your predominant thoughts are negative. When you are not light, meaning you are easily triggered, easily bothered, easily moved emotionally. Opportunities cannot see you. Blessings cannot see you. Fortune cannot see you. Abundance cannot see you. So y'all over here doing abundance rituals, you're doing prosperity rituals, you're doing love spells and things like that, and it's still not coming to pass. And the reason why it's not coming to pass is because you are not a light being. And that's not to say that you can't get there. You can absolutely get there, but you got to do the work. When you start healing your mind, when you start being conscious and deliberate about the way that you are thinking, and you start to think on a higher level, when you start questioning your thoughts, when you start being like, okay, that thought is not of the highest vibration, when you start adjusting your emotions and not allowing yourself to be so overtaken. And even if you get triggered, because I get triggered too sometimes, but even when I get triggered, I have to tell myself, okay, I don't have to stay here. When you make things like that a discipline for you and you are deliberate and intentional about your growth and transformation, you expand and you grow in your light. And what this does is this opens you up for the things that you want to want you back. And it puts you in position for you to receive the things that you want. That, like, I see you now. At first, when you were all in that depressed state, when you were all in that sad state, when you were thinking those low vibrational thoughts and you were feeling down and you were having self-pity, when you were doing all of those things, I couldn't see you and you couldn't be blessed with the opportunities that you've been wanting. You couldn't be blessed with the healing. You couldn't be blessed with the abundance. You couldn't be blessed with the love because those things cannot see your light. Okay? It can't see your light. And then the last thing that I want to give y'all, I was not planning this live, but I got to tell y'all this. There are certain people, family, who are assigned to you. And you are assigned to certain people as well. Okay? You are assigned to certain people as well. There are people in place in your life that serve to help you to transcend and to grow and to expand. Sherman, my brother's best friend, and this is funny, Sherman's middle name was Israel. And one of his family members got up there. She stood on the, when their people are giving their speeches about the person who's made the transition. She was so powerful when she said Israel, Israel. And she was like, Shermo was so passionate that you knew his middle name was Israel. And then she said, and he is real, right? She was like, and he is the realest person you will ever know. And that's facts. Sherman was the realest, right? Sherman was the realest, made the transition at 33 years old. Mm. But Shermo was and is, he wasn't in the physical now, he's even in the spiritual now, but he was assigned to my brother. He's been assigned to my brother. He's my brother's angel. He's my brother's soulmate. We have to understand that we are so much bigger. We're so much bigger than we know. We have more support than we realize. Shermo, my brother's best friend, is his soulmate. And I truly believe that Shermo is going to reincarnate as my brother's child. I truly believe this. I truly believe that Shermo had such a love and such a commitment for my brother, and they made this arrangement. They made this arrangement prior to incarnation. But I truly believe that once my brother reached a certain level in his consciousness and his awareness and his self-love, Shermo said, okay, when you get to this point, I'm going to make the transition so that I can now come back as this. But y'all don't be understanding that stuff. This is some real shit. There are people who have been assigned to you, who are rooting for you, who are pushing you, who are supporting you in you getting to a certain level of consciousness. And when you get there, they may just have to make the transition because they know and realize that you've made it to where you need to go. And now they can support you on a higher level. They can support you on a deeper level. They can give you what you need on a more expansive level because there's only so much that a person can do for you while they're in the physical. Y'all need to make sure on Monday, Valentine's Day, you purchase my course, The Spiritual Dimension of Relationships. You need to make sure you get it. It's a downloadable course, right? It's a downloadable course. It's going to be $14 only for Valentine's Day, February 14th. That's the only time that it's going to be that price. After that day, the price is going up. Why? Because I know how important relationships is, and you need to start taking your relationships to a deeper level. You need to start honoring the people who are in your life to a deeper level. You need to start understanding. You need to know who these people are while they are here in the physical so that you can relate to them in a way that serves your spiritual growth. This is why I made the course, The Spiritual Dimension of Relationships. Because if you could recognize, see, hindsight is 2020, right? Hindsight, and then you like, damn it, man. I wish I would have known that while they were here. Okay? I'm recognizing what my relationships are. I'm seeing what they are. I can name people in my life and I can know who they are. Are they my soulmate? Are they my karmic relationship? Right? And really, all relationships have karmic energy because what is karma again? Karma is simply cause and effect, action, reaction. And all relationships are going to have that energy. All relationships are going to have that essence. But some people who you are in a karmic relationship with are not your kindred spirit. Some people who you're in a karmic relationship are not a soulmate. Some people who you are in a karmic relationship with are not your twin flame. But your soulmate, your twin flame, your kindred spirit can have karmic ties. Okay? But when you recognize who those people are, you are not going to let petty stuff stop you from expressing your love to them. When you recognize who those people are, you're not going to allow triggering moments make you be like, oh, I'm just leaving this person alone, or I'm just done, or I'm just this. No, you're going to say, okay, you're triggering me because you're giving me an opportunity to learn, to grow, to expand, to heal. You're going to say, oh, you're my soulmate because you've been with me through highs and lows, ups and downs. Okay? So February 14th, Valentine's Day, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will be able to purchase that course, The Spiritual Dimension of Relationships. I'm going to dive into the 4 types of relationships and how you can recognize which relationships you are in. Period. And once you can recognize that, then you're going to know how you need to move within that. I'm going to teach you in that course how to sustain healthy relationships. I'm going to teach you in that course how to identify through meditation, through visualizations, how to be able to identify who a person is to you, what agreement you made with that person. All right? So be light. Be light, family. When you are light, you are able to receive. When you are light, you are able to receive guidance from your ancestors, guidance from your spirit guides, downloads, channels. What do you think this is that I'm doing to you right now? This was not a conscious, deliberate, oh, I'm going live today. No. But I'm being a light being. I am a light being, and therefore I am open to receive the guidance, the divine guidance from my ancestors, from my spirit guides, from my higher self, and I'm able to get what I need from it, and I'm able to give it back to you. You got to be light. If you are not light, the blessings, the opportunity, the love, the abundance, the relationships that you are seeking to manifest, they're not going to come to pass because you're not light. You're not being a light. You're too hard. Your energy is too dark. Your energy is too solid. You don't have fluidity within your energy. You don't know how to flow. You don't know how to move. You don't know how to be in tune. And that's because you are still harboring so much hurt, so much pain, so much trauma. You don't know how to transmute that. But I got something for you. Okay? Hit the link in this description. Whatever you need is right there in that description. Okay? The link for the course is going to be in the description. If you are already signed up to my email community, you're going to receive an email letting you know when the course is live. All right? So be light, family. Be light so that you can receive all the desires of your heart. I love y'all. Know and understand that people have an assignment in your life, and you need to know what that assignment is. You need to know what that assignment is so that you all can fulfill the mission. So that you can fulfill the mission that you came here with. You deserve it, and the people around you deserve it as well. Peace.